Mr. Speaker, thank you. I rise today to remind this body of the 5-year anniversary of the shooting at my high school, Marjory Stoneman Douglas, in my hometown of Parkland on February 14th. The 17 lives we lost that day. I remember that day like it was yesterday. My wife called. I was on the floor of the Florida legislature, and she told me that she had just passed the high school and she had never seen that many police officers in her life. We would soon find out that 17 people didn't make it out of the building, most of them children. I went home. I went to the school. I saw what it looks like when a mass shooting comes to your neighborhood, to your high school. I went to the hotel where they were keeping the families of the children that were missing. See, I knew they weren't missing. 8 hours, those families were in a hotel ballroom, waiting to hear from the local police department and the FBI what floor their kid died on in the building. I didn't hear crying. I heard screaming. It haunts me. I brought my colleagues to the school from the Florida legislature, Republicans and Democrats. They got to see what it looks like when backpacks are piled up outside, when bullet holes are trying to go through classroom glass, what it looks like when homework is scattered in the hallway, and where there's blood outside the front door where someone passed away. These parents now have empty rooms in their homes, empty chairs at the dinner table. There's no graduation, there's no college, there's no wedding, there's no tomorrow, there is no future. My 4-year-old went to school right around the corner from Marjory Stoneman Douglas, one traffic light away. And he was in a writing class that day because he needed to learn how to write his name. The teacher that put him into a closet when they went into a lockdown procedure during the shooting was Jen Guttenberg, Fred Guttenberg's wife. She was protecting my son when her daughter Jamie was killed at Douglas. You see, my 4-year-old 5 years later is now 9. But Jamie and the other kids are forever the age they were. She's forever 14. On February 14th of this year, the 5-year anniversary of the shooting at Parkland, parents will do what they've been doing for the last 5 years, visiting their children at a cemetery. I remember the parents telling me that the only thing they did wrong that day was send their kid to school. That is not a statement. It's an indictment on us. Government failed those families that day. We did respond. We did pass the Marjory Stoneman Douglas School Safety Act. We did raise the age in Florida to buy any gun to 21. We did institute red flag laws that have been used 9,000 times since we put them there. We did place more school resource officers and mental health counselors in all of the high schools. We passed that on a bipartisan basis. We passed it with Democrats and Republicans. It was signed into law by a Republican governor who became a Republican senator. Not one Republican who voted for that law to make kids safe in school lost their reelection. Not one. I'm going to read the names into the record, Mr. Speaker, and then I'm going to use the rest of my time to take a moment of silence for the victims. Alyssa Alhadeff, Martin Duque Anguiano, Scott Beagle, Nicholas Darwet, Aaron Feiss, Jamie Guttenberg, Chris Hickson, Luke Hoyer, Kara Loughran, Gina Montaldo, Joaquin Oliver, Elena Petty, Meadow Pollock, Helena Ramsey, Alex Schachter, Carmen Shemtrup, and Peter Wang. I yield back.